gradually, the PC will move to only AI PC. The traditional PC will gradually phase out, but it may take certain period of time. What we see is maybe between 3 to 5 years.
After close to 2 years of ChatGPT era, how have things evolved in general and specifically for Asus?
And from the software, because of the processing power is stronger, so there will be more and more AI applications and will be able to use within your laptop. You don't need to rely on cloud computing. When you buy a PC, this PC is not only specific for one particular usage. This PC should be able to give you a chance to solve multiple user scenario.
Hello and welcome to The Interface, the Hindus podcast to make sense of the accelerating pace of change underpinned by technology. I'm your host, John Xavier. In today's episode, we are joined by Arnold Su, Vice President for Gaming and Compute at Asus India. In this episode, we are looking to explore what's been happening on the PCs, mobile devices, and also largely understanding the computing landscape that's going to evolve in the coming years in 2025 specifically. And we'll see where the map of AI is going to take the hardware along. With that brief intro, I'd like to bring Arnold on the conversation. Arnold, glad to have you on the interface.
Hi, John. Yeah, it's my pleasure to be here.
Great. So Arnold, I'd like to kind of take our conversation from our earlier interaction you had with the Hindu about 18 months ago, when you mentioned about, AI is something that you would be paying attention to and see how it evolves. So I'm curious to see, after close to 2 years of ChatGPT era, how have things evolved in general and specifically for Asus? Can you tell more about the journey, how it's been?
Yeah, sure. Maybe quickly I brief you the past 2 years what happened to Asus and especially in Asus India. So over the past 18 months to 2 years, we see a strong growth in India's market, and especially for the AI related product in the past 1 year, we see a very strong growth. So since January 2024, we have launched several products in India, and which is also AI based. So what we see is when people start to talk about AI PC architecture, and more and more AI PC are integrated into no matter the software or with the Windows Copilot ecosystem, or they are the overall like Adobe, there are lots of software partners are coming into this picture. We see that this give a very strong momentum to our PC market. And what we see here is earlier in the beginning of maybe the last 2 years, people maybe look for the premium or high-end machines. But what we see this year, especially in the second half of this year, we see even the mainstream customer or the entry-level laptops, people also start to ask for, can we also have the AI function? So what we see going forward, especially in 2025, more and more companies will come with full lineup of the AI PC. And talking about Asus ourselves, this year maybe our AI PC focus on the premium lineup, like our Pro R series, ZenBook series, or VivoBook S series, which is 90K or 1 lakh Indian rupees above. But what we see next year is we will have more and more mainstream level products, and we want to make AI PC become an affordable product across all the product segment. Yeah.
Yeah, Arnold, thanks for that idea on what Asus has been working on. Could you give us a journey on how you as a company Asus was evolving during this specific 2 years of time? Because AI, of course, has been kind of getting in bits and pieces into different parts of the hardware. But how has that sort of changed in the last 2 to 18 months roughly?
Overall, as a company, the performance for Asus, we see a very significant growth. So Asus now, we already evolved to be the number two consumer PC brand in India. And one of the key reasons might not be directly related to AI, but it's kind of correlated because we focus on the latest technology. So whatever the new technology we launch globally, we make sure we bring to India market in the earliest time. And if you see this year specifically, all the AI PC launch, no matter from the beginning of this year, with Intel's Core Ultra, the 10 tops AI, and then in the middle of May when Microsoft launched the Copilot PC, when Qualcomm launched their own architecture, when AMD launched their latest AI PC. So all the key PC manufacturers, when they launch in globally, you see Asus we launch in India almost on the same time. Yeah, so I think this help us to grow further and also help the customer that in India you are able to get the latest technology at the same time as the global.
Right. So you mean this particular time is kind of, making products that are coming out from major hardware makers at the same time, instead of having it at kind of a staggered launch. So I'll go to the next
Yes,
aspect I wanted
sure.
to touch upon. This is also something that came up during the previous interaction with the Hindu, is about the data decay function that you mentioned that you would be curious about as AI kind of permeates more into the PC hardware ecosystem. What will be the impact on the hardware? Could you describe what that idea is, broadly for our audience, and also take us on, whether this could, because looking for more high performance PCs, could it mean that, shorter life for the PC? Could you take these two things apart and then explain it?
Sure. So at this moment, what we see is we are still observing because for AI PC is still in a very initial stage. It's just about 1 year, 2 years time, and we are also observing how it is going to change the hardware market. But what we see here at this moment is AI PC because of the design, make it the long durability, the long battery life, and also high efficiency. We don't see that the PC will become like the life cycle will getting shorter. But it also depends on different segment of the customer. If we leave AI PC alone, at this moment for the PCs category, we do see that in the premium or high-end segment, customer they are ready to change their PC in a shorter period of time. While in the mainstream or entry level customer, maybe they don't really require to upgrade their PC that often. So yes, maybe by the product segment, the life cycle will be slightly different. But whether due to the AI trend that people may want to change their laptop more often or not, this we are still observing. But at this moment, we don't see this trend.
That's quite interesting. So the people who are buying the budget PCs are the ones that be holding on to the laptop, is what you are suggesting, Arnold?
Oh, this is what we observe at this moment. This is the current behavior we see in the market. The life cycle for the mainstream or entry level product, the life cycle is longer because maybe their usage, basic usage. For example, you are a student, you only work on the Word, Excel, PowerPoint. So the same PC for this basic function or only internet browsing, you may not require to change it very often. But for example, like our gaming PC or how high-end example, especially for gaming, for the gamers, we see that the life cycle is shorter because when they see that, oh, now the latest game title comes and this game title require a better graphics card to perform, then they are eager to change their gaming PC faster. Yeah, so this is what we observe at this moment.
Right. And on that note, I'd like to go into the 2025 computing landscape. Given this in mind, we have two customer category and one that is, looking for more performance and upgrading their PCs, and the other one that's kind of holding on. So in this context, what would be the state of traditional laptops? Would all laptops start becoming from major OEMs becoming AI PCs, or will the traditional laptop continue to play a significant role in the product portfolio?
How we look at this point is maybe we use another way to think about this point is like when a smartphone come to the picture maybe 10 years ago. That time people talk about, oh, now we have to move from feature phone to smartphone. I think the similar concept is what is happening to PCs now with a traditional PC move to AI PC. But you see, after 5, 10 years, now people don't really talk about smartphone because almost everybody is using a smartphone, right? So what we see here for PC is gradually the PC will move to only AI PC. The traditional PC will gradually phase out, but it may take certain period of time. What we see is maybe between 3 to 5 years. When our production, the cost, and also overall industry ecosystem get into this AI PC industry, then gradually, like I said, in the past 2 years, we only enter AI PC with the premium and creator for those premium segment. And then next year, we see most of the company will go to the mainstream segment. Maybe after 1 or 2 years more, then people will also go to the entry level segment. Then gradually, the traditional PC will replaced by AI PC. And also that it may become a general usage. And I guess after 3 to 5 years, maybe people will not really talk about AI PC anymore because every PC has an AI function. This is how we look at this trend.
That's interesting. So, in that estimate, would it be fair to say that maybe by 2030 or so, all PCs would, like, how feature phones have transformed into smartphones almost everywhere? The
Yeah,
traditional PC will
this is
become AI PC,
possible. Yes,
right?
yes.
But there will still be a customer base for the traditional PCs because there are people who are still looking for feature phones right now.
Yes, yeah. So then the landscape will totally change. Like today, AI PC is only 5 to 10% of the overall PC market. And we see that after 5 years down the line, then the AI PC might be 60, 70% or even 70, 80% of the market. And the traditional PC will become the minority.
That is interesting. And how will this AI PC be developing, Arnold? Could you give a sense on, how we should be looking at this PC's evolution? Because the smartphone, because I'm trying to kind of, interplay with the smartphone analogy that you brought up. We had the app
Mm.
ecosystem that is driving it, a lot of things happening. So what is something inside that AI PC that will make it more appealing for customers and users to kind of go for that switching from a feature or rather traditional PC.
Sure. So maybe if we talk about few key elements, which is more understandable by end users directly. One is if we talk about data security. Because at this moment for our current laptop, if you want to run lots of computing, maybe you will go for the cloud computing. You try to use the cloud computing to support you to do lots of calculation. But what there is one challenge here is when your data is on server. Yes, although we can trust those cloud service providers, but still you have an uncertainty. What if there is any data leakage? But when AI PC come to a picture, because with the NPU, you will be able to do lots of calculation locally in your PC itself. So it gives us a better data security when you are using some confidential calculation data storage. It will be a better solution compared with the traditional PC. And second is the processing power efficiency. So today, if you see when we talk about the PC, even for the premium segment, maybe you are able to use it for 6 hours, 8 hours, 10 hours. It's already a very good battery efficiency. But for the AI PC with the NPU come to the picture, we see going forward, you will start to see laptop with the 12 hours, 14 hours, 15 hours, or even whole day usage. So this will help the people to have how to say, the user experience similar to smartphone. You see, smartphone, you may only need to charge once in a day. But for PC, at this moment, most of us, when we are going on the road to travel for a business trip, we always worry about that, okay, my laptop may only sustain for a few hours, and then I need to find a charge point. But going forward with the AI PC come to the picture, you can use your laptop for a whole day. Yeah, so this is one area we can look at from the hardware point of view, and then from the software, because of the processing power is stronger, so there will be more and more AI applications and will be able to use within your laptop. You don't need to rely on cloud computing. So this will also be another area where more and more software companies will start to have their software and locally, not required to connect on the internet. So which means when you travel, if you don't have the internet, you can still work on those applications. And whenever you get the internet connection, then you can use it back. Yeah. So with this few function, then people will start to understand the computing power of NPU, and this will help the overall AI ecosystem to be developed.
And if we look at the rise of ARM-based chips and the improvements in the x86 architecture, how do you see this change kind of having an impact on the overall competitive computing world, and how is Asus kind of working in that space?
So this year, when Qualcomm launched their first ARM-based PC CPU, right, Asus also launched along with Qualcomm and with our Vivobook S series. And simultaneously, when Intel, AMD, they launched their latest AI-based CPU with the 45 TOPS above NPU processing power, Asus also launched our Zenbook Vivobook S, and even in our gaming, our ROG and our TUF, we also launched with our laptop with our latest AI CPU. So what we are looking at for ARM-based or x86 based architecture, I think both of them has their strengths point. So as a PC maker, what we are doing is we will work with both of the architecture camp. That means from ARM sign up and Qualcomm is there. From x86, Intel, AMD are there. So as a company, we will continue to work with both of them, and then we will make our product and which can really meet their pros. Yeah, and then we can provide the right solution to the customer.
Great. And on the form factor of the device is still like, as you know, foldables are, also trying to give a good alternative to premium and flagship phones. And we also want to talk about certain hybrid devices. It could be, because given all these multimodal AI functions being used in devices, how do you see this particular segment of devices and form factors evolving over the years, and would Asus be playing an important role in any of these form factors and changes in device hardware?
Yes, for sure. So if you see Asus since the beginning, we try to be not to make any just Me Too products. So you see in our product roadmap, we are the first one to have the dual screen laptop. We are the first one to have the foldable laptop, and even this year we have the dual screen laptop with a bigger form factor. And apart from this, what we try to do is we are thinking what exactly customer require for a PC, because we realize one thing is when you buy a traditional PC nowadays, maybe you are using the traditional PC only for work or for study, very limited usage. But we are thinking, why don't we make the PC is more useful, that in a multi-function or multi-scenario can also be used. So you see Asus in our gaming laptop, when people talk about gaming laptop, we may only think about a kind of heavy and but very powerful gaming machines. But you see Asus, our gaming device, we tried in the past few years, we tried different form factor. We have the thin and light gaming, our G14 series, that people are able to carry a powerful gaming machine, but with a thinner and slimmer form factor. We also have the convertible gaming machine. So we have our X13 series, which is a convertible gaming laptop. It's still with the NVIDIA graphics card, but it's a thin and light convertible machine, which comes with a stylus. So for this, you are able to use it as a working machine when you are in the working hours. But when you go home, you will be able to use it and to play the games. And then last year, we launched our handheld gaming device with a Windows base, so our ROG Ally. So although it looks like a handheld gaming, but actually it is a Windows PC. So what we are seeing for no matter the foldable screen or any hybrid device, what we are working on is we want to provide an opportunity, or you can say an option for the customer. That when you buy a PC, this PC is not only specific for one particular usage. This PC should be able to give you a chance to solve multiple user scenario. So yes, we do see this kind of hybrid device will continue to grow. And also Asus will definitely be part of it. And we will continue to make new form factor. And for sure, we don't want to just try to make a technology out of it. What we want to do is we continue to observe what kind of user scenario end user is doing and the end user expect PC vendor can do. And then we will continue to innovate in this direction.
Great. Arnold, on that note, thanks so much for taking the time out. I think it's a great conversation. Like getting to know more about what's going to happen, the computing landscape, and what Asus is doing. The way traditional PCs will kind of give way to more AI PCs in the coming year. It's been a pleasure interacting with you. Thanks for making the time.
Thank you, John. It's my pleasure to talk to you. Yeah, thank you.
Take care and have a wonderful new year.
Thank you. Same to you.
Thank you for tuning in to the Interface Podcast. For more such episodes on technology and innovation, tune in to the Interface on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts from. Do share your comments with us at the Interface at thehindu.co.in. To keep yourself updated with the latest tech, please go to thehindu.com or follow us on all social media platforms. Thank you.